afternoon, I'm Kim Baez. Deputies say a gunshot victim wasn't really a victim after all. In fact, they say he's quite the opposite. According to investigators, the man who pulled the trigger was an 87-year-old hero. News 13's Gabrielle Burkhart is live in Roswell with the story.
Kim, investigators believe the gunshot victim was in the process of chasing down and attacking a woman when the shooting happened. It happened Sunday at this property in North Roswell. A woman was doing laundry when she says her neighbor, 49-year-old Laurel Stell, took off his shirt and started talking.
She reports being accosted by a male resident there. He made sexual advances towards her and she rebuffed that, and he got upset and pushed her down.
The 24-year-old pregnant female says she took her 3-year-old daughter and ran to her landlord's house next door. She told deputies Stell barged his way inside, pushed her down, and punched her face repeatedly. The landlord told detectives he tried to break up the fight, but eventually deputies say the 87-year-old grabbed his handgun and shot Stell in the torso. At that point, the landlord says Stell came after him, so he shot him again.
From the information that we've been given, we think it sounds fortunate that the landlord was armed in this case, because he certainly would have been no match for a man that's 40 years younger than him.
According to the report, the female victim told deputies after the suspect was shot, he continued to pace around the property for nearly an hour. She says he even turned off her electricity before he eventually drove himself to the hospital. Police were called to the hospital, but say Stell was uncooperative and wouldn't tell them what happened. The sheriff's department learned the story from the 2 alleged victims. In this case, investigators say the landlord may have prevented more violence.
Taking action with a handgun may have prevented a possible murder. Maybe the murder of both of them. We don't know.
Detectives say Stell is still being treated for 2 gunshot wounds at a Lubbock hospital. He's expected to face criminal charges once he's out of the hospital. And at this point, it appears the landlord, who did not want to be interviewed, will not be facing charges. He did identify himself as a former sheriff's deputy. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Gabrielle. Now, police say Stell had an ankle monitor on when this happened. Court records show he was on probation for a battery charge.